May God give you health, sir.
My respects.
Are you going to bake bread today?
Aye, aye. happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
At your service, sir.
You have a coin, master. Eh, Matt?
would you like, sir?
I'll have a look at you. I'd like to discuss the price. That?
Well, you found what you needed, sir. Henry, I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same. But work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Cape Bon, we'll see.
I'll look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
And you reckon it's definitely Liechtenstein?
Might be, might not. But Liechtenstein is rich, and he's supposed to be spying here, so it could well be him. And we've got to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild, even for me.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretches is quite a skill of mine. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
Sounds like a nice place for a romantic evening, eh?
You'll find it in Hotprink. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So, goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I remember that. I'll go and check it out.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
Oh, the beer on the table.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And they're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one.
There, it looks better already.
What's that?
to the bee, you wretch.
Stop feeding him!
My humble respect.
Rain or shine, oh, where's the fun?
Easy, good horse.
You almost ran me over.
One beer.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
I don't know you. If you're after something, go and see Chenyik. And stay out of the way.
Could you tell me more about this Chenyik?
Look, when somebody wants something here, they go and see Chenyik. I reckon that's all I have to say.
Could you tell me more about this Chenyik?
Look, when some...
And where can I find this Chenyik?
He'll be here somewhere. He usually sits next to Hugo, our oldest regular.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can find that Chenyik.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
It happens.
I'm sorry.
Just watch where you're going next time.
What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
You don't know me, and you don't want to tell me anything. I get that. But there must be some way I can get you to trust me. I'm sure there are things I can help you with.
Of course there is. But we're mainly looking for fellas what can handle themselves. Ever since this town got a new lord, we've had to use a bit of violence now and again, innit? Anyways, if you want to join us and get some jobs, go across the yard to the barn. You'll find Goliath there, and he'll let you know if you're up to it or not. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
Why bother with fighting? I reckon it's a waste of time. It's plain as day I'm in better shape than most of the decrepit louts here.
You don't lack balls, I see. That's a good thing, actually, seeing as we're looking for someone like you. Let's leave Goliath out of it. It'll only lead to bad blood. Wouldn't be the first time. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No, but there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd, seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knobhead. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying. For some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying, anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. You don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that Goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's Patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner, and then there's the Big Bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
If you've got some job for me, you can tell me straight up.
So what kind of work do you have for me?
A job worthy of your skills. But first, just a little test to see that you're not as dim-witted as that arsehole Goatskin. What is Wycliffe's first thesis?
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, said our Lord, meaning a return to simplicity.
Wrong. Second question. Which estate has the greatest reformatory potential?
The church?
I asked who should start the reform, not who should be reformed. A reformation is the last thing the church would want. The answer is the common people.
After our talk about Goatskin, I didn't think you'd know about these things.
You thought we were just paupers who couldn't count to 5, didn't you? But now let's see who's the pauper. Last question. Who is the rightful king of Bohemia?
Wenceslas. There's no doubt about it.
Indeed. All right. Now let's talk about the job. Maybe this will disappoint you a little, but it concerns Wenceslas's brother. It's he who will secure your place in our humble company.
From what you said, I gather you're not spying for Sigismund. It's rather the other way round, huh?
We call ourselves the Guild. We profess the ideals of equality and brotherhood. Our only law is the Holy Bible. Worldly justice is as fickle as a common whore, yielding to those who are in power.
Justice for me or the gallows. Aren't you afraid to end up there?
Friend, one must be willing to suffer for the truth. Sigismund is a usurper. And the church and the magistrates are but a lowly whore spreading her legs for Sigismund. As long as we go against Sigismund and honor the scripture, our souls remain pure.
What if I go and tell the bailiff you're calling him a whore? Just out of courtesy, you know?
Go ahead. Perhaps you are one of the lucky ones who are not harmed by Sigismund's presence in Bohemia. Maybe you don't mind selling a piece of your conscience by ratting us out. As for me, I will go to the town hall with my head held high. But you?
Don't worry. I was just teasing you. I think the same of Sigismund. Tell me about your operation here.
We are who we are, and we do what we do. Like the early church of Jesus' apostles, in unity and fidelity to his words. I'm in charge. I plan all our missions. Goliath is the muscle. Knuckles, well, he mostly complains. But he also knows his way around locks. But we're all equal. We share the profits equally, but we don't do it for the wealth. We want to drive Sigismund out of this town.
How can I join you?
You want to join us already? I don't have to talk you into it. That's great. We're not particular about formalities. Let's just have a beer, and then you're one of us.
Here's to the guild.
To the guild! That reminds me, I'd like to throw a feast for the poor. The bigger the better.
Didn't you say you were just ordinary people with no money?
We are. And this is where Sigismund comes in. Because he's going to pay for the feast out of his own pocket.
That was a good one. How are you going to make that happen?
Me? No. You'll make it all happen. Listen carefully. Sigismund seized land down in the valley near Pach and built his personal warehouse on it, right under our noses as a provocation. There he stores fancy foods and gifts for his commanders, and for that red-bearded gob of his. Sausages, smoked meats, foreign spices, and more. Fancy delicacies from Italy, Hungary, Slavonia, and all the other shitholes where he owns land. While we're eating porridge and cabbage all the time. You will steal all the food you can carry from that warehouse. And as a nice token, you will leave there... Let's see... What would you leave there?
Nothing.
You're such a cheapskate, aren't you? No way. It would be nicer to leave a head of cabbage for him. Get at least one head from the greengrocer and leave it there for Sigismund. Let him eat for once what we have in our bowls almost every day. But I'm warning you right now, no violence. Don't even think about slitting anyone's throat in that warehouse. The job isn't to punish some poor sod on guard duty. Is that clear?
Got it. What should I do with the stolen food?
You'll give it to the beggars. Let them feast like kings for once. It's not hard to find poor people in the town. Just go to the gates or churches, and you'll surely come across some. There are also tents full of them in Minor Street, Church Street or Cobbler Street. When you're done, come and see me, and we'll figure out what to do next.
Sigismund will be fucking livid he can't enjoy his fine sausages. Can I expect any help from you?
If you need some tools, stop by Knuckles. That's all I can help you with.
All right. I'll head out.
Good luck.
shy. Come closer and take a look. Fine pictures. Quality goods here.
The strongest man is something you won't believe. I've travelled the whole world. Now I will tell you the amazing
Quality goods. The finest wares.
Come and get some fresh mushrooms.
Greetings to you.
Show me your ware. Let's talk about the...
Wonderful day.
Here.
Well, well. Happy to be of service, sir.
Easy, good horse. Whoa!
Praise the Lord.
Greetings to you.
Careful.
I apologize.
My respects.
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time.
Easy, good horse. Whoa, whoa. I'm here to...
Well, it's about time. Put it somewhere inside.
There must be some mistake. I'm not delivering anything.
What do you want, then?
The innkeeper sent me. He said you're looking to hire someone.
He's not wrong. I was afraid nobody would turn up. Who might you be?
Henry of Scallis.
I'm Betty. I run the place.
I'm guessing business isn't great.
Everyone has to start somewhere. Once I've got the place in good nick and up and running, it'll be the best establishment in the city. I need you to bring some things from Grund. And while you're there, find my wagoner Matsek and bring him back as well. He went there before you and he hasn't come back yet.
What do you want me to bring back?
You know, a bit of this and a bit of that.
You're not telling me much.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And what if I told you to forget it?
You wanted a job, didn't you? I promise you won't regret it and you'll enjoy the journey.
All right, then. It'll be a surprise. Who's Matsek?
The wagoner I hired for the job before you. He still hasn't come back. I reckon he's gone to ground and Grun, so to speak.
Why do you think he's gone to ground?
Matsek's a bit odd. Superstitious. He once didn't set foot outdoors for 2 days because there was a black cat outside on the porch. When you meet him, you can ask him about it yourself.
Are you sure he'll be in Grund?
He's bound to be sitting in a tavern, boozing and keeping his head down. He used to steal for a living. So now he sees a catchpole round every corner, and he's afraid of his own shadow.
What's in it for me?
A decent bit of coin.
It's a deal. I'll go to Grund for the wagon and its driver.
In the meantime, I'll try and get this place cleaned up a bit.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat shed.
Watch your mouth, lad. It might not smell as sweet as other places, but we've got all the services you could wish for. Baths, laundry, and nice girls for company. What more could you want from a bathhouse?
Well, not to catch lice on the way to the bath, maybe?
Do you often visit bathhouses?
Sometimes. For the girls, mainly.
Then this place will be right up your street. When this place opens, I'll have the prettiest wenches for miles around.
How did you come to have a bathhouse? It can't be that easy.
I inherited it from Marish, the previous owner. I was his head wench for 7 years. I've lived in this house since I was little, in fact.
You grew up here?
Marish took me in when I was a little orphan of around 10. I washed laundry, carried water, ran errands. It wasn't a bad life at all. Marish was like a father to me.
What does the head wench do?
Just about everything. Takes care of the business, pays the girls, arranges food, anything that needs doing, basically.
And he left it to you? Just like that?
Aye. Marish didn't have a proper family, and I'd been here since I was a nipper and knew the ropes. I'm the only one who stayed with him. Even when the money ran out and the bathhouse fell into disrepair. So of course he left it to me. He was a good man. God rest his soul.
What do you plan to do with the bathhouse now?
I'll do the place up and reopen it.
That won't be easy, I reckon. The first part, especially.
I've coped with worse things in life.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat shed.
Watch your mouth, lad. It might bath. What more could... Well...
How come it's so run down?
It wasn't always like this. Old Marish used to say, Betty, this place has to shine, and everyone must find what he's looking for here, see? Except he wasn't good with money. So he ended up broke, and then everything went downhill. We couldn't even afford herbs for the baths. People stopped coming. The girls left, and the old man fell ill. For a while it was just the two of us, and then he died. So it's up to me to get this place back on its feet.
Are there any other bathhouses in the city?
Aye, there's one, but I wouldn't set foot in it.
How come?
Because it belongs to Adam, the bathkeeper, who always used to treat us like dirt. Just because his bathhouse is in the center, he thinks he's God's gift. And what's more, it was him who badmouthed us. So people stopped coming.
He was just getting rid of the competition, eh?
Yeah, but I'll show him what a proper bathhouse looks like. Farewell, sir.
I'm sorry.
Slowly. Nice and slow. I believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit and born of the Virgin Mary. He suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended into hell. On the third day, he rose again. He ascended into heaven and is seated at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. He will come again to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and life everlasting. Amen.
Here you go. Take it.
Hey, you're not allowed here.
Going on? Yeah, clear off, you mutt. Leave it! Shoot! Sod off!
Do I want to send Mutt home?
Leave it! Shoot!
Mutt, to Devil's Den.
God! You...
Great. What are you doing? What awful
Rolling
weather.
about without a light.
Well, come to your senses yet?
Oh, fuck you. I'm telling you, Conrad's going to win the tournament. Praise God.
Not even Conrad would dare stand against it.
Good day.
What's the matter? Did you drop something?
There. It looks better already.
What's going? What are you doing? Prowling about here.
Huh?
Are you looking?
Good day. What would you like?
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
I don't know him, but this is a miner's tavern. They'll know better than me. Or Wayman the innkeeper might know something.
I'm looking for this vagabond.
Aye, Goatskin. That rings a bell. But I don't come here often. If there's something you want to know, ask the miners. This is their tavern.
Greetings.
See you later, my
Same
friend.
to you.
Are you looking at the moon?
What is it you need?
Greetings to you.
Nothing to your liking, sir.
What kind of
Ave Maria.
sitting here?
You're up early. What?
What would you like, sir?
What's new in town?
Nothing much. If you're looking for a paying job.
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. I hear he hangs around here.
Goatskin? That mangy piece of shit. He turns up on the street now and then. But he never shows his face in my alehouse. No Germans come here. Some Glick.
Goatskin's German? I didn't know that.
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't be trusted. I've no idea what language he speaks. What I do know is he likes robbing Deutscher merchants. And they don't come in here.
It sounds like you're not too fond of Germans.
It's the local yakkers who can't stand them. I've got nothing against them fuckers myself. If you've got glint, come in and make yourself at home. If you ain't, then fuck off.
Any idea where I might find Goatskin, then?
You could try asking in the bathhouse, behind the yards in Hrada Quarter. They get a lot of well-heeled Deutschers in there. And some young wench there's been seeing Goatskin for a while now.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have something at least, since I gave you the goods on everything. I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be a pinch purse, and cough up a bit of glint, eh?
Show me your wares.
Word about the price.
Here. Well, well. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
We'll see about that.
Lord be with you.
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
I don't know him. But this is a miner's tavern. They'll know better than me. Or Wayman the innkeeper might know something. Farewell, good sir.
This property belongs to someone else.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
God be with you.
Keep the peace. Look around. Crime of all kinds.
Greetings to you.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives. Why are you even looking for an idiot like him?
He knows some things that I'd like to know too.
What would he know? A mangy vagabond.
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our customers. All German.
Why does he choose to rob Germans?
A German merchant always has more coin in his purse than a Czech one. Haven't you noticed that?
Could you tell me where exactly he robbed the customers?
Hard to say. You know how it is. drunken merry gents who can hardly walk. But it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse, and in those lanes there. The bastard stays clear of the main streets, for good reason.
Have you got any German customers here now?
What do you think? No, because word's got round. Except Udo. He couldn't care less, it seems.
And is Udo here now?
No, it's too early for him. He usually comes later in the evening. I reckon he only comes here when other alehouses kick him out.
You know Goatskin's seeing one of your girls?
What? Nonsense. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past my girls, but I can't believe they choose to hang out with a vagabond like that.
That's what I heard.
Everyone badmouths whores. You know what it's like. Nobody stands up for them. But if it's true, then as soon as I found out who, she'll be out on her arse.
Thanks. I'll be going.
You're welcome. And have a word with Adam if you really want to find your goatskin. He's the owner. I reckon he'd be keen to find him too.
Let it be known that a new monarch passes to be led.
God be with you, sir.
Have you got anything good to drink here?
Of course I do, handsome. Would you like some? And then maybe we can have a bit of fun. How about it?
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
Here you go. Cheers.
Oof. That's some strong stuff. Ugh. What is it?
It'll make you feel real good. But now I'm interested in something else, handsome. How'd you like to have a little fun?
Why not? While I'm here? Only my throat is still burning like hell.
My God! Where are your clothes?
I apologize.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
Greetings, sir. What would you like?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. I heard he sometimes comes here.
Aye. He turns up now and again. The louse. The bastard's ruining my business. 2 of my customers refused to come here again after he robbed them one night.
That's not very nice. And you wouldn't have some idea where I might find Goatskin, would you? I reckon it'd suit you if he packed it in.
You bet it would. But if I knew where to find him, I'd wring his neck myself. That bitch Mary's bound to know, though. She denies it, but we all know she's walking out with him.
I thought you bathhouse girls stuck together. What have you got against Mary?
There's a limit to everything. As soon as you mess with someone's livelihood, you ain't no sister to anyone. She can marry that cripple for all I care, but when he robs our guests and ruins our reputation, she should grab him by the balls herself and... oh, never mind.
Is that all you know about Goatskin?
Ain't that enough for you? I'm not here to know stuff, in case you hadn't realised.
Thanks, then.
If you find him, give him a slap from me.
God be with you, sir.
I'm looking for Goatskin. Do you know him?
No, you're a good-looking fella. What would I want with some goat skin when I've got a handsome young buck right here in front of me? I couldn't care less about your goat skin.
But I do. And the girls here tell me you know him quite well.
So, you're not here to have a good time. Shame. I know Goatskin, but don't expect me to tell you anything. He's lying low, and for good reason. You ain't the first to come looking for him.
Why is he hiding? Who from?
How should I know? He's never far from trouble. Goes with his trade, doesn't it?
Where's he hiding?
I don't know. And even if I did, I don't see why I should tell you. That's why he's hiding. So strangers like you don't find him.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Look, I'll find him either way. I found slippier bastards than that Goatskin of yours. And if I'm in a good mood when I find him, I might not even hurt him. But if you keep making it difficult for me, I'm going to lose my patience. And then it's going to get nasty for both you and Goatskin. So what'll it be?
Jesus. What did that fella get me mixed up in this time? Calm down, dearie. You don't have to start throwing threats around.
Do you find me threatening?
Quite a bit. And I've seen a thing or two in this job.
I'll take that as a compliment. Come on then, spill it. Where's Goatskin?
There's a yard behind the bathhouse leading to a side alley. Right next to it is the Black Horse Tavern. And at the opposite end, you'll see a barn behind a wall. There's a funny little window at the top. That's where.
I'll look for it.
Please don't hurt him, though. He's not bad, just a bit peculiar.
We'll see.
God be with you.
Well, that's nice now.
Christ! Pardon me.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Bollocks, Mr. Stanley. You made a fool of yourself, more like.
What am I supposed to do then? You should go and see the priest. Nobody else can help you.
What are you...
Greetings, sir.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food, it's like a royal feast. I'll feed my whole family and have some leftover for the neighbours. Who should I thank for these gifts?
All this is from the Kuttenberg Guild and the good King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas.
Farewell, good sir.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings. Praise God.
Greetings, friend.
Don't do it.
You think I'll blurt it out to the first person I meet?
No, I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
I apologize.
And that goes for Councilman Nars as well.
Of course he knows. He's the one sending it there. What are you talking about? It's gospel.
Praise God.
But they're never good enough, do they?
Well, I don't want some good-for-nothing in my house. I need someone who's capable and has a good what you swindled out of us.
But my...
Is there a problem here?
Oh, good fellow, you're heaven sent. Help me. They want to kick the shit out of me.
Listen, you better stay out of this. This doesn't concern you, so be on your way.
You saw nothing, heard nothing. Now off with you.
What did he do? Did he steal something?
Worse again, he cheated at dice.
That's not true.
Don't lie, you fuck!
Smells like trouble to me.
Leave him alone. Do you get a kick out of threatening him when he's grovelling on the ground? That's pathetic.
Cheating is pathetic.
And it's not the first time he's done it. Last time, he got away with it, but today, he's going to pay for it.
Oh, have some compassion. I could be a widower by morning.
What's wrong with your wife?
She's sick. Deathly ill.
Don't believe him. He lies like a dog, this one.
What's wrong with your wife? Describe the symptoms.
She's got cramps and fits, nasty ones. And her fingers are turning grey. And her toes are even worse. One moment she's got the chills, the next she's boiling hot.
That sounds like St. Anthony's fire. Instead of playing dice in the tavern, you should be praying your wife survives.
Wait, you're nursing her at home?
And you're touching her?
Well, I have to. She's as frail as a petal.
Get away from me! You're gonna spread that vile plague!
Oh, quick! Let's get out of here before he touches any of us!
Let's go, before we catch something.
Yeah, by Christ. I just pray I don't come down.
That was a narrow escape.
Greetings. This looks like the barn Mary was talking about. But how to get in there?
God bless.
Hey, yay, good people. Now you'll learn that the church is rotten. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold.
What are you sneaking around here for? Greetings. Do you need something?
I'm bringing you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast.
I'll finally fill my belly and still have some left over. Who sent us such a cornucopia?
The Kuttenberg Guild sends it, in the name of King Wenceslas.
Long live our good King Wenceslas. God bless you, sir.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I brought you some food.
Good people, help out the suffering wretch. Spare a few.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast. I'll feed my whole family and have some left over for the neighbours. Who should I thank for these gifts?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? What? May God be with you, good sir.
Good day, sir.
I brought you some...
Dear God, I'll film. Who should I thank?
All this is from...
Is this how... May God... See you later, my friend.
Well, come to your senses yet?
The taste is full.
Come and take your pick. Schönen Tag. Was...
Would you repair it?
Excellent. You made a fine purchase, good sir. Linen cap. Was wünschst du?
Show me...
Danke. Das war ein gutes Geschäft, mein Herr.
Greetings. I apologize.
Greetings to you.
What is it you need?
I'm always glad to see polite people.
I apologize.
Got flash.
Careful.
Feeling better?
Oh, yes. That ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only ache when there's a storm.
Greetings to you. What is it you need?
Well, well. Look who we have here. You must be Goatskin, eh?
What? What are you doing here?
What do you think? Looking for you.
But I'm hiding. I shouldn't be talking to anyone.
But I found you. So you're not hidden anymore. I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel on his God if he wants.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. You know, glint to take off.
Well, I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, you know, promising. But I still need coin. I can't just pack up and take off.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. How much do you want so you can disappear in peace?
Not much, a few score groschen. Well, that won't be a problem for a well-heeled fella like yourself.
Here you are. But you're gonna talk, right?
Right. Well, I like talking, you know, like... What is it you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that true?
I was doing nothing but, you know, like, I was spying for 2 weeks.
Who is this Samuel you're so afraid of?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. You know, them Jews, innit? He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, about this, what's his name? Liechtenstein.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't concern me.
And you call yourself a spy?
What's it, mate? I remember things well enough, but only what they pays me to remember. I ain't gonna, fill my head up with shit that don't concern me for free.
Jesus wept. What is it you did as a spy?
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, like Rutard's place. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? Who, with who, where, when, and that.
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going, all sorts of nobles, and I'd tell Samuel what colours they was carrying, see? I was good at that. I remember pictures good,
I reckon I know what I need to know. Now clear off, since I've filled your purse for you.
Of course. I'm going.
New wares.
Just as soon as the war ends.
Hail Mary.
Come and take a look. He's got it all.
That city tournament.
Greetings. What?
I brought you some food.
Dear God. I'll fill my... Who should I thank?
For everything, thank the local guild.
Is this how the guild takes care? May God bless... Farewell.
God be with you.
God be with you, neighbour.
Good afternoon, sir.
Why do they call you Neri, Master?
Actually, that's because of my younger brother. We're dead ringers for each other, you know. So Vashek let his beard grow out so that people could tell us apart.
Aha, I see.
I have to admit it helped, but one day some drunkard stopped us on the street and started yelling about how the liquor's making him see double.
Well, all right.
But then he took a good look at us and saw that beard. And then he started screaming. It's not the fucking alcohol. There's two of them bastards here. One hairy and one nary. And that was it. Since then, nobody's called me anything else.
Thanks. Now
But my brother didn't escape it either. It didn't take long before they started calling him Vashek Neri, hairy or not. They even started calling our cousin Little Neri. You see what one stupid little nickname can do?
Aye. Truly exhausting. So what's your real name?
Emmanuel, of course, after my grandfather on my father's side.
Huh. Emmanuel?
Ah, such a nice name, but all of you still have to call me by that stupid nickname.
So this is a Popinjay contest, is it? What exactly do we have to do?
There's nothing to it. It's actually pretty simple. You have to shoot down the straw birds on the range faster than your opponents. Whoever shoots down the most wins. Any idiot can understand the rules, but that doesn't make it any easier. So if you're not feeling too sure, you'd better see how you get on. You may not win as much because the stakes are lower, but you have a better chance.
I'd like to enter the shooting contest.
I assume you know the rules, so why not? So what will it be? Bow or crossbow?
Let's try the bow.
Right. Now I just have to find you an opponent. Do you want me to look around for beginners or more advanced archers? I might even find a few master sharp archers around here for you. Of course, you'd have to stump up more money than against the usual bunglers, but the prize would be bigger.
Let's not overdo it. Find me some beginners.
Right. But these fellows ain't gonna compete for nothing. Do you have the coin to stake?
Wait, let me see how much I have. Here it is. All right, let's shoot.
Now you're talking. I'll fetch the lads. You get ready and wait for the signal. And loose!
I hope it didn't hit anybody.
Missed.
Are you even trying? Yes! Straight into... fuck knows where. Are you even trying?
Oh, shit. I hope it didn't hit anybody.
Yes! Straight into... fuck knows where.
Well, fuck me if that bird ain't tethered in place.
Victory's mine! At last, a win for once.
I'd like to...
Back again. You've come. So what would...
Better...
Right. Do you want me to look... Right.
Wait, let me see how...
Now... And we're off!
Oh, shit. I hope it didn't hit anybody.
That was just a practice shot. It doesn't count.
Well, fuck me if that bird ain't tethered in place. Too bad my old woman ain't seen
Arrows
this.
are flying all over the place.
Shit, them arrows are flying all over the place.
Still no luck.
Shit, them arrows are flying all over the place.
Shooting fast is one thing, but actually hitting the target too? Here's your prize.
Thank you.
Today.
Service might be a bit slow here.
What would you like?
What's new in the city?
Oh, there was this bloke here in fancy clothes. His name was Johann Parler. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on any job. Why don't you go and see him? I think he said he lived in the inn, in the merchant's quarter. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper. What's new in the...
Nothing much. If you're looking to make...
Is it true you hold fights here?
No bloody way. What we do here has nothing to do with fighting. Teeth fly in all directions. Bones crack. Blood flows. It's a bloodbath.
And people do this voluntarily?
Not only voluntarily, but willingly. There's quite a nice heap of money in it. And there are other things at play.
That sounds like something for me.
As you wish. But if Damian, Zavish or Goliath slice you into schnitzel, don't come crying to me.
You can't scare me. I'm in.
Have it your way. I warned you. First, pay me the entry fee.
Here.
Well, let's see. A fight with Damian is first up for you. If he doesn't get you by force, he will certainly get you by pure stench alone.
Can't wait.
Zavish is up second. When he fights, it's a joy to behold. But there's this one catch. When he's sober, he's not worth a damn. If you want to fight with him, you have to make certain he's got some drinks in him.
And can't you get those drinks into him yourself? You run this place, don't you?
I could, but Zavish has quite a tab here already, so he won't get even a drop on the house anymore. But I won't let him fight if he's sober. Do with that what you may. The last one is Goliath, our champion. Nobody's ever defeated him here.
Maybe I'll be the first.
I know Goliath, and I know what he's capable of. If you value your life, when you go down, stay down. Well, and that's that. We hold the fights in the building next door. The lads will already be waiting for you there. And one more thing. No giving up. You fight as long as you're standing, and if you lose, well, you'll see.
Wonderful. I need a place to sleep.
It would be an honor. And for how long?
I'd like to stay...
Of course, sir.
All right. Here's the money.
I knew we'd come to an... Your bed's ready, and there's some...
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
Just a moment.
A beer!
Here we are.
God bless you.
Good.
I wonder how long we'll be stuck. It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
A blessed evening to you.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from, and what brought you here?
Don't you have anything better to do than listen to that kind of rubbish? All right. I'm from Kuttenberg, son of a tailor. I studied at the university in Prague and met a lot of interesting people there. And let me tell you this. The wisest people in this kingdom know a big change is coming.
You mean that reformation you like to talk about?
A great wind will come and sweep away that which has no firm roots. Then the rain comes and moistens the soil so that new grain can grow on it.
Could you stop with the metaphors?
You're not stupid. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. There's not much more I could tell you about myself. Except maybe when this is all over and we've established this brave new world, I will return to my studies.
I'm interested in the guild.
Plato or Aristotle?
The guild.
Right. Are you interested in our ideals or the group in general? Generally speaking, we are just ordinary peasants. Paupers, beggars, common rabble. At least that's what they like to call us. The lowest of the townsfolk. But if we're the dregs of the city, we still hold our bare arses high and have a passion for a good cause in our hearts.
I'll be right there.
I did what you asked me to do.
Great! So you robbed the chest and fed the poor?
I robbed the chest and left the cabbage in it.
Ha ha! Great work! He's in for a big surprise, the red-headed fucker. Good work! What about the beggars?
I fed as many people as I could.
You're a hero. Folk will really appreciate that, you know. They've never eaten like this before. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? And that feeling of satisfaction. We may not be any richer, and yet...
You know what? I'm beginning to understand the guild's modesty.
See? And now, let's talk about your next job. Just before I tell you more about it, try talking to Rat. I'm sure there are a few side jobs for a chap like you. And Goliath could teach you how to throw a proper punch. He's the best brawler far and wide.
You said you have some more work for me. What is it?
Well, you might have noticed there's some houses in Kuttenberg with peculiar symbols on them.
What symbols?
Kind of little markings you'd easily miss if you don't know about them. But you'll spot them if you keep your eyes peeled.
What are they for?
Before we was here, before the guild, even before Sigismund turned up, this whole place was under the thumb of another gang. They didn't have a name, and they wasn't aiming at a greater cause like us. They was mostly thieves, but it was hard to get the drop on them, on account of how cunning they was.
And they used these symbols?
They thought them up.
And what were they for, these symbols?
It was a way of marking houses. One of the crew drew a symbol to send a message to the others.
What idea? But what's it got to do with me?
Being able to use them symbols would come in plenty handy for us. Think of all the benefits. We tracked down one of the old gang recently. His name's Hinek, but he used to call himself Greaser. He was a bit of a know-it-all and made fun of everything. I sent Hogg to find out the meaning of the symbols from him, but I'd rather someone else kept an eye on him.
Where can I find this Hinek Greaser fella?
I'm glad you're up for it. His house is on the edge of the check quarter, near the gate. Take care for now.
Could you please explain why you only fight when you're in your cups?
That's easy. When I'm sober, I get easily distracted and find it hard to focus. The booze clears my head, and I can think only about how to rough up the churl in front of me.
So what?
Aye, they put out, but then they leave.
A large beer for me.
Fuck you, good. Won't end well.
Hey, Henry, come up.
Tell me more about yourself.
What can I tell you? I was born on a dunghill and I'll die on a dunghill. With the guild, even the likes of me have a chance to sleep in a normal bed sometimes and have some decent food.
Don't you have any dreams or purpose?
Listen, pal, you can't eat dreams for breakfast. And my only purpose is to live to see another day. Believe me, I'll do anything for that.
What can you tell me about the guild?
I'm not going to lie to your face like the others. Let me spare you the bullshit. We're just a bunch of really desperate people who have no choice but to steal. We're scrambling as hard as we can. And all this talk about fighting Sigismund is just a fairy tale for the dim-witted.
So why does the guild really do what it does?
To survive! I bet. When Sigismund finally fucks off one beautiful day, the guild will keep on doing what we've always done. Only with a different enemy.
So you're not in it for the noble cause, I gather?
That's right. At least I'm willing to admit it. But the others seem to really believe the stories about society where all folk are equal.
Chenyek wants me to do something.
What does he want this time? That idiot would be better off finding himself a woman instead of thinking up damn fool shit. Let me guess. It's something real important that'll help us in our noble cause.
I'm supposed to keep an eye on Hogg, who went to find out the meaning of the old thieves' symbols around Kuttenberg.
And what do you think about it? Are you going to help it?
What do you think about it?
I think it's a great opportunity for both of us.
You think so?
Look here, friend. If you find out something about them symbols and tell me, and I mean only me, I promise you, we'll make a fortune out of it. They ain't just any old symbols. They're thieves' symbols, see? Help me out, and you won't regret it.
I'll have to think about it.
Don't wear your brain out. There ain't nothing to think over. When you find out more about them symbols, you know where to find me. Farewell.
I love you too, mate.
But you don't get... Greetings to you.
Hold up. Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
Why did you start fighting?
I'm a pungy beggar with almost no teeth. What have I got to lose here?
The innkeeper said the fellas often break bones here. Aren't you scared of that?
That's a load of shit. Mole likes to exaggerate. Just because it happened a couple of times doesn't mean it's common. Did he also tell you Goliath beat someone to death here?
No.
Don't worry. It was a long time ago.
Come and fight.
All right, then. But I have another proposal. Mole gets his share from the fees, but only the winner gets the spoils. So, what would you say to a wee bet? So us weaker fighters have a chance?
You know, why not?
Mighty kind of you. Ready?
We want to see Cyrus.
Take him down!
Are you going to... Christ! Shit! I have more feet than you, and then a dog. Wanker!
Jesus Christ be praised.
Such a wanker, and he kicks my arse.
What do you mean, wanker? Getting your ass kicked once wasn't enough?
Just you wait. Zavish will wipe that smirk off your face. Here, take the money and get out of my sight, you prick.
It looks like Mole is pretty certain you're gonna win. Is it true no one's ever defeated you?
Oh, I reckon it's really true. But it wasn't for luck of them trying, you know.
Where'd you learn to fight like that?
My father gave me thrashings when I was little. He only stopped when I broke both his hands. Ever since then, no one's defeated me.
Tell me, how did you end up here? And what do you do here?
Chenyek pulled me out of the ditch and offered me a new life. Literally. I've been helping him with his the thing he's doing.
You say that like it doesn't matter to you one bit.
Chenyek matters to me. He's a great friend, and I owe him a lot. I believe what he's doing is right.
So you just do what he tells you?
Pretty much. And since I've been doing it, my life has been so much better.
Don't you have some plans and aims of your own?
When Chenyet gets what he wants, I'll open my own tavern. Until then, I'll be at his beck and call.
You don't seem to have many opinions of your own, do you?
What good would they do me? Everything Chenyet says makes sense to me. At least the parts I understand. So why come up with something on my own?
Tell me more about the guild.
Look, I'm not much of a talker. You should ask Chenyet. All I can tell you is that we're a good bunch of nice people. Poor, but kind.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
Show me a few wrestling holds.
Fine, but it'll take some time.
Hail Mary.
I'd like to learn...
What is this about?
Blunt weapons are my favourite. Show me a few tricks.
Fine, but it'll take some time.
What's the hold up, innkeeper?
I apologize.
Take a look around. Wasps everywhere. The woods are so full of are as hard as rocks. That doesn't mean anything. Bring me some.
I talked to Knuckles about the symbols.
Let me guess. He wants to use them to get rich.
Well, yes, actually.
That's Knuckles for you. But I think he'll eventually understand it's better to think of the bigger picture than just himself. Nevertheless, until you find something out about the symbols, come and see me directly.
I don't have anything for you.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Where's this day gone?
Innkeeper, a beer!
Innkeeper, what's taking so long? One beer.
What can I do for you?
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Bad?
Good day to you.
Good day.
It happens.
Just which way you're going.
Would you like to raise a cup with me?
Do I know you?
Of course. You don't remember me? We were drinking here together a few days ago. If I hadn't put a few coins up for you, Mole would have skinned you alive.
Ah, well... I don't remember anything about that, but it sounds like me. I'd be happy to drink with you. Here you go. My treat. But not a peep in front of Mole. He mustn't find out I have money. Or he want me to pay for everything I owe.
I'll bring you something.
Don't take too long. I'm thirsty!
What do you need?
I'll have a look at the... I'd like to do something...
Well... That? Many thanks. You, sir. And come again.
Would you like something with a bit of a kick?
Me? Always.
Here's something to drink. Enjoy.
I was pretty damn thirsty. Bottoms up!
Now do you feel like fighting?
No, not yet. But we're all...
I'll be right back.
How can I help?
Show me your ware.
I was glad to be of help to you.
Would you like something?
Me?
Here's something to drink.
I was pretty damn thirsty.
Now do you feel like fighting?
Absolutely.
Shall we fight?
Aye! But what do you say to a bet first? So we get something out of this.
Good idea. Here you are.
Sacre. I can't seem to count it. Well, I trust you. If worse comes to worse, I'll lose on it. Let's fight!
We want to see some
It's an occasion, eh? Will you go?
I reckon I'll have a look first. But maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons at the Fechthalle, and I've learned quite a bit already.
That's good. The town needs strong, brave men who can take up arms, and not just the tools of their trade. These days, we need to rely on ourselves.
Good fight.
Good, good. My skull's still spinning from it. Or is that from the drink? Lord knows. You get the whole bet, and don't drink it up right away. God bless.
Well, good day.
fella's name?
Well, he's come back. Don't hold things up.
I'm sorry.
eh?
I'm the best one here.
Shall we fight?
No problem. So, come and bet. You can't take any groschen to the grave anyway.
Well, why not? Here you go.
Now, say goodbye to your life.
Could be him.
That's city tournament. What an occasion, eh? Will you go?
I reckon I'll have a look first. And maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons at the Fechthalle, and I've learned quite a bit already.
That's good. The town needs strong, brave men who can take up arms, and not just the tools of their trade.
You lousy bastard! I've been crushing men's bones for so long, and then this squirt comes along and... Fuck me!
You know how it is. Everything has to end someday.
Yeah, fuck you. You should tell Mole about it. His head's gonna explode when he hears you beat me. Maybe I'll inherit this place then.
I'm sorry.
What can I do for you?
I won all the fights.
No fucking way! Goliath isn't the undefeated champion anymore? Who'd have reckoned?
Couldn't last forever.
Anyway, the reward is yours. Here you go. One for Damian, another for Zavish, the third for Goliath, and a fourth one, just for surviving.
Thanks.
They have similar, but much more boring, entertainment in Horshan. Young Brutans runs things there. Tomlin, and I heard blokes from Prague and Miskovitz were recently in a brawl. I don't know who won, but it must have been a pretty dance.
Thanks for the advice.
Anyway, you beat the best here. That's not going to discourage them, so feel free to come back sometime. If nothing else, people like to gawp at it. When their throat dries out from all that kibitzing, then business is booming.
Bless you.
What do you think you're doing?
Why are you skulking here?
What are you doing here?
Hope you're lost.
Sei gesund.
Pouring it over the fence.
Your oaths belong in the stocks.
He did it all wrong. He's a complete fucking idiot, he is.
Warum schreist du so, du Arschloch?
What's the holder? He's as deaf as a post. Anyway, that's where I dumped the shit, because that's where you made your dunghill. Even
Oh
though
Gott,
I
es
bet
geht schon
you're not.
wieder los.
You know I've got apples on the other side, and they fall right into that shit.
Scholem. Huh? I heard something.
Then you'll have somewhere to drop your shit. The biggest bastard the world has never seen. Apart from that deaf brother of yours. Fuck you, Horsan.
Careful.
Sei gesund.
Sholem Malay. What do you need, sir?
What do you have for... I'd like to do something about that. Here.
Shane him down. I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
My wife sent me for... Sei gesund.
You should get out of here.
And it has these... what it's... like, from here to here.
Shalom Aleichem.
I'll have a look.
What can you do? Sei gesund, sir.
Sholem. I'm thinking of buying a rowboat, or maybe a punt.
What do you want a boat for?
So I don't drown in all this shit here. Last time it...
Hey, guard. I have to tell you something. I ran into a secret band of thieves. They call themselves the Guild. They claim they're fighting against Sigismund, but all they really do is rob and steal.
Damn, that's a bit above my station. You'll have to go directly to Bailiff Plummel. If you don't find him at the town hall, he'll probably be at Geldstick's tavern.
Pears here! Delicious, juicy pears!
Herzlich willkommen. Mein Herr, what do you need?
I wouldn't expect the head of the guard to be at a construction site. Has something gone missing?
Das stimmt. Actually, so, it isn't lost. These days, people will steal anything that isn't nailed down. And construction sites like these attract bloody thieves like flies to shit.
Wouldn't an ordinary catch pole be enough to guard a construction site?
Ja, das würde reichen. But the monastery gate is the seat of the command of the city guard. And I'm not going to sit up there in the tower freezing my ass off. Plus, as the commander, it is my duty to train the city militia as well as the lads from my watch.
What are they building here?
Not building, more like repairing. You may have noticed the city's defenses suffered considerable damage.
Aye. I heard that Sigismund's army attacked the city.
It's not all Sigismund's fault. The consulars have been putting off the repairs for years now.
And now they want to make up for lost time? A bit late, isn't it?
You know, too late. But there's something else behind it. Ever since Sigismund replaced the city council, the new Bürgermeister has been bending over backwards to get people to like him. So there are repairs, construction, even St. Barbara's church is growing right in front of our eyes.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
I'd like to practice my shooting.
Fine. But it'll take some time.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Also gut. Was soll's? I can show you something. Weißt du, meine Truppe I teach mainly to fight with pikes. Es ist zwar keine besondere Schwerttechnik, but I can show you a quick way to get your opponent to the ground. Das ist nicht schwierig.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Gut. Also, die Hellebarde. You like to keep your opponent away from your body, right? I'll show you how to get him on the ground. Also, zunächst, you stab the man in the belly, and as he swerves, you pull out your weapon and cut his leg with a hook. Nun, wenn du willst, you can finish it all by putting him back on his feet with an uppercut to his chin. Und jetzt, come try it out a few times, mein Freund. Und? Es ist doch...
I'd like to learn a new combat.
Kottenberg is a stadt full of Bergmänner. Here you need to be able to break up every fight with a few slaps. I have one good punch. I think it might come in handy for you. Willst du's mir zeigen?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Ja, genau. The best thing is to resolve things nice and easy. With a couple of slaps and fertig. And this always works. Also, you jump towards the man, and with a wide arc, you get around his cover and hit him with your fist in his temple. The advantage is that it will also disorient him even if he has a helmet on his head. You just have to do it with the palm of your hand. Und jetzt, come try it out a few times, mein Freund. Ja, das hast du gut gemacht, mein Freund.
Was machst du?
What are you doing here? This is my spot.
I'm telling you, Conrad's going to win the tournament. Conrad wins every time. Just look at him. He could cut you in half without...
Thanks for the herbal brew you sent me. My shoulder's feeling a lot better.
Herbal brew? I didn't send you any herbal food.
Yes, you did.
Are you lost?
We talked about it at the market the other day.
We talked about... Red in your pen.
What do you want, guy?
The finest wares are...
Frosted on your
Are you lost?
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
What do you think goy means?
It means you do not belong here.
It means nation in Hebrew. So you're just as much a goy as I am.
Good one. A goy lecturing a Jew on Hebrew. All right. But I suggest you do not repeat it around these parts. Not everyone is as tolerant as I. So, what do you want?
I'm looking for someone called Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about him.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
Because I know a lot as well? Me and Samuel can exchange interesting information.
Why do you think you can tell me anything I need to know? I already know more than I want to.
You're the first person I've met who complains about knowing more than everyone else.
It is not pleasant to know things you can do nothing about. So what I need is someone who prefers action to talk.
All right. What do you suggest?
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem none of my people can fix. You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells. They always find some excuse. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
Won't they be suspicious?
Why? Their kind usually are not too bright. You just have to curse the Jews and say you want to join them. Do not worry. They will not check if you are circumcised.
All right. I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
At the start of the day according to my calendar, or yours?
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first 3 stars come out.
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today, if you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me, and you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
And then you'll tell me how to find Liechtenstein?
That was my promise. And I keep my promises.
Hail Mary.
Gute Preise! Kommt, Leute! Quality goods here! To warn you about the greatest evil and danger on God's earth.
God bless.
This key's pretty rusty. Can't have been used for quite a while.
Halt! Who's there? Oh, just you. Corva, you really
God
started
damn it,
me
Hawk!
there.
What have you done?
You've got
We
to
won't
help
get anything
me.
out of him now. What the fuck happened here?
Well, he had a fall.
A fall? He just fell over all on his own and ended up like this?
On his own, honest to God. Fell over and died right before my eyes.
Oh, Jesus. Tell me everything from the beginning.
Well, Chenyek sent me to go and ask about them symbols. You know, polite like. Only this bastard started fucking with me.
And what happened next?
He was laughing in my face, giving me all sorts of riddles. So I lost it and gave him a bit of a slap. Only he caught another one from the table on the way down and it ended up like this.
Chenyek had a hunch this might happen. Did you find out anything about the symbols, at least, before this?
When I start seeing red, I don't ask no questions.
Do you remember anything, at least? Anything?
He talked to me in riddles. So I tell him I ain't no little kid, and to talk to me normal like.
And then?
When he saw the smoke coming out of my ears, he said he'd show me some important parchment, but that annoyed me even more. Do I look like a fucking scribe?
Was there something written on it?
Well, how should I know? I gave him a slap, and that was that. Take a look at it yourself. I reckon you got a better head on you. Check his pouches. Check his pouches. I can't read. Take a look yourself. Well, can you read it?
Do you still have any of your brother's clothes?
Well, can you read it?
Some kind of jacket? I'm supposed to go to a Christmas. I have nothing to wear.
Stop by then.
Well,
I'm Henry. Chenyek took me into your group.
pleased to meet you. I'm Hrudosh, but they call me Hog. Rat and I are the main workforce around here.
What does that mean?
We do what Chenyek and Goliath say.
Tell me about yourself. How did you end up here?
I used to be a guard in the City Watch, but then Sigismund came, and I was running my mouth. So they kicked me out, and I started stealing because I had no choice. But I wasn't very good at it, so I ended up in the pillory. Chenyek and Goliath were strolling around, and we started talking about what I did to end up like that.
Let me guess. They gave you a job?
Yes! And they taught me how to steal properly.
What do you think of the guild?
The guild's the best thing that ever happened to this town. It brings, hope for a change. For us and all the poor people.
What, crime paves the way to a better society?
Well, robbing a thief ain't no sin. When Sigismund's gone, everyone will be better off. Take care. Well, can you read it? I can't read. Take a look yourself. I can't read. Take a look yourself. So, did you read it?
Yes, but unfortunately for you, it's another riddle.
Della!
Something about a vineyard and running water. I can't make much sense of it.
The bastard! He's fucking with us, even from beyond the grave.
Well, it's our only lead to find out anything about the symbols.
Oh, I don't have the noggin for this shit, Henry. Chenyek has the quickest wit of all of us. If you can't crack it, you can ask him. But please, don't tell him nothing about me.
Go and see. You'll be hanging around, friend.
Good soul. Help out a poor beggar. Think of yourself, eh?
Oh, yes. That ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only ate...
Oh, good people, help out with...
Welcome. Greetings. What do you need?
This...
How can I...
I'll have a look. Let's talk about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try. I'm done. What can you do?
Don't shut your shit.
I'm sorry.
I'll drink to that.
Praise God.
Good day to you.
Hinnock gave Hogg a peculiar riddle. We can't quite figure it out.
Old Greaser was known for those. Tell me then, what did he say?
A vineyard in the town. Strange, but who knows? And yet there it is, quite nearby, by the water that gushes. Now listen and try to keep your eyes open so that you can tell. Shortly after the midday bell, you'll find us where the shadow goes.
Sounds pretty mixed up to me. A vineyard. I only know the one outside of town, but Riddle mentions one inside of it. It must be something similar to a vineyard, and the part with the water might be a well, or maybe a fountain.
Well, thanks. I'll see what I can do.
Something to eat.
And what can I get for you?
You should have fucking stayed out of it. What's that?
Good!
Stops with him. We'll finish this quickly.
God bless.
Easy, good horse. Easy, good horse. Whoa, whoa.
Be careful. It's not safe here.
A fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
We'll see about that.
And see you later.
Hail Mary.
I've traveled the whole world. Now I will tell you something. God be with you, my friend.
Aye, that too.
You rubbed it on your shoulder.
Aye. I mean, so what bothered you so much?
You didn't try drinking it, did you?
No, thankfully.
Was willst du? What's new around here?
Nicht viel. If you need Geschäft, you should look elsewhere.
I heard they play dice down below here. I'd like to join in.
I don't know naught about that. So, want a beer?
Thanks. But I heard from someone that they play for interesting stakes here.
What stakes? Hey, this is a reputable establishment.
Hey, innkeeper. Let's make a deal. Can't you tell I'm a man who's ready to spend 6 groschen here? Besides, I'll happily pay you a little up front.
That won't be necessary, good man. I can see you're no catcher. So, what would you like?
I'd like to see the Saints. I heard they play dice here.
You're in luck. They're all downstairs just now. Here's the key. And watch your head.
What kind of sitting here?
Hey, what's that Doylem doing here? Damn it.
I hear they play dice here. I fancy a game myself.
Scheiße. Who the fuck let you in here? I'll ram the dice up your arse, Junge.
All right. Never mind the dice. I'm more interested in a sacred thing.
Hast du Matsch im Schädel? What are you on about, you madman?
I'll put it plainly, Prang. What do you know about St. Anthony?
Aha, I see. So the Stripes sent a new jacker for their stang, did they? Well, fuck off then and tell them that this year's shootfest is ours.
I don't care what your deal is with the Tonys. I just want to make Vlach pay. That idiot gave me an advance, and I'm fine with giving it all to you. Then I'll get the rest out of him anyway.
Herrgott, you're not like them stripes. This is a whole new tune. But I don't have that stang anymore. I sold it to Hansel.
And who the hell is that?
You've been getting answers for free, but for any more you'll have to pay.
Fine. I'll pay you. Here you go. Now, where's this Hansel?
How should I, Ken? He's definitely not in the city.
Oh, damn it, what are you blabbering about?
He left towards Prague. I reckon he'll be somewhere near Bilani.
What, you couldn't have told me that before? Ah, fine then. Goodbye.
Bugger off, and thanks for the coin, Doylem.
You're not allowed here.
I've been taking lessons at Professor, and I've learned quite a bit already.
Be careful.
Good people, refrain from sin. Satan, destroy your own outfit, and the only defense is fire.
Light and
Excuse
dark
me?
flower.
I'll be closing soon.
You shouldn't be out here.
Righty.
Good day.
We're closing. Last charge.
You didn't try drinking it, did you?
No, thankfully, I didn't.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to be burnt at the stake for poisoning because of you.
Excuse me?
Why don't you drop by and we can talk about
What's the hold-up?
that? Huh? No, that's not what I meant.
I know exactly what you meant. You'll get your money back, don't worry.
All right. Just don't take it the wrong way. I'll give you another week.
Right, this day is never ending.
What's the hold-up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
That's city tournament. What an occasion, eh? Will you go?
To your health,
my friends.
And maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons at the Fechthalle, and I've learned quite a bit already.
That's good. The town needs strong, brave men who can take up arms.
that beer.
Not just the tools of their trade. These days, we need to rely on ourselves. The lords won't protect us.
That sort of talk is dangerous. The tournament's supposed to be a celebration of the city, and all that fencing is just a bit of fun, that's all.
Ugh. Men's opinions. I'll just keep quiet.
A tankard of ale, thanks.
Hey! Where's that beer?
Careful!
I apologize.
We deserve to have some fun. And the city tournament will be just that. I'm really... looking forward to it. Aye, me too. Nobles hold tournaments all the time, so why not us? Between you and me.
Greetings. What brings you here?
What do you have for sale?
I'd like to discuss the prop. What would you say to this?
That sounds really... Finally!
Happy to be of service, sir.
What the? Young man! Oh, from the finest...
Tarry a while, young man, and answer me one question. Are you truly happy in your life?
Aye, I'm pretty happy.
Huh. And you're clearly also bursting with blissful ignorance. How delightful. Know that the immortal soul inherently makes no distinction between happiness and unhappiness, only between salvation and damnation. Happiness and unhappiness are nothing but inner feelings, delusions that pale in comparison to eternity. Tell me, what path have you chosen in life?
I seek to find peaceful solutions, so that as many people as possible can benefit from them. But mostly me, of course.
A master of words, versed in the intricacies of politics, scheming under the cloak of darkness.
Something like that.
The echoes of all beautiful words will one day be silenced. What if I told you only one path leads to eternal salvation? A path destined for those who see the light, who understand. The path of true faith, divine love, and unending humility. And that is a path you too, my young friend, can follow.
What should I do?
Renounce your life of sin and accept Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, according to his teachings, unreservedly and unconditionally. Christ must enter your soul. Fill it to the brim. Hell is approaching, and time is running out. Repent and pray, young man. Step forth onto the path towards salvation.
All right. I'll pray and repent, and trust in the salvation of my immortal soul. I hope it works.
A wise decision, young man. You'll look back on this day as a new beginning. I must be off now, young man. May God be with you, and the best of luck on your path, whatever it may be.
God be with you too.
Farewell, good sir.
Bowls, hop, iron tools. Tools here.
How can I help you?
I'll have a look.
I'd like to discuss the...
Final. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Iron wares, knives, rivets, axes. Come and take your pick.
Greetings.
Ave Maria.
What are you doing creeping about in the dark, eh?
Where have you been, Goy? They have been waiting for you.
I got held up with something.
Then you should give thanks to that something, because you have been born again.
Oh? How's that?
If you had come on time, you would have faced quite an unpleasant meeting. That I can assure you. You're not the first to come looking for Lord Liechtenstein, and none of them had exactly good intentions.
All I want is to speak to Lord Liechtenstein.
The ones before you said the same. Honeyed words and a dagger behind their backs. But it seems luck is with you, though. While you were gone, I asked around about you. Somebody saw you at Zuchtol in the company of the Margrave. That is some highborn mensch. How do you know him?
My father knows him.
Well now, I did not know I was dealing with a nobleman.
You're not, but that's beside the point. Will you take me to Liechtenstein or not?
Of course. There is just one thing. Liechtenstein is in hiding, and I have my orders, regardless of who you are.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid you will have to wear special headgear for the occasion. A sack over your head.
Whatever. Just get me to Liechtenstein.
Wait. Who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you, and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort. And bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. Oh. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berkhoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God! I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
We did.
And? What was von Berkhoff's reaction?
That bastard first used us, and then wanted to get rid of us. We only just avoided being killed.
Sacre. So there's no chance the League of Lords will turn against Sigismund?
No chance. On the contrary. Von Berkhoff and von Aulitz came here to Kuttenberg to be at Sigismund's beck and call.
Christ. And what are you doing here, actually?
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka? Jan Zizka of Trotsnoth?
You know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth, if you remember.
That rat from Talmberg. What was he doing there?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So the fucker's still alive?
Not any longer.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
To our enemy's death.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the Finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. If only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as that happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Jobst.
If we cause trouble for Sigismund, it could threaten his plans, he said. That's cowardice, if you ask me.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am. In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you know how to do it. Don't you?
You have a lot of confidence in me.
Well, I don't have many options. Well then, am I right?
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkhoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell 3 of us conquer a fortress, and one of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malashov. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot. All right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.